Hey guys, welcome back to the Depresso Eggos Podcast. I'm your host, Len, and here's my co-host, Tony.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
If you did come back, who knows? I don't even know.
We don't know how this is going, but
Yeah.
we're just bored, so we're playing around with it.
How are you today, Tony?
I'm pretty good. I've kind of done nothing but lay around and play video games,
I can tell. You guys can't see this, but he has some extreme bedhead.
Shut up! How about you? How was your day?
Oh my god. It was hella crazy today, okay? So, I wake up really early because I have to... No, I didn't even wake up. My dad called me because he's out of town. My parents are out of town at the moment.
Where are they?
Supposedly a business meeting.
Oh.
For the managers of, los compadres and los primos.
Yeah,
But,
so does that mean Jasmine and them are there too?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're on a business meeting, and he called... he wouldn't stop texting me last night and all that. But today, he randomly called me in the morning, because it's 6:20 in the morning, and he's like, "Are you guys getting ready?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot." Because normally on Tuesdays, I wake up exactly at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because my classes start at 9:30.
But you have to take your brothers.
Yes, and I didn't remember that I had to take my brothers to school. So I literally had to wake them up. I'm like, "You guys got 20 minutes to get ready." And they're like, "Oh my god." Beto didn't even panic. Jose Ramon was over here like, "Okay, I got this." He's just like, and I'm like, "Did you take your meds?" He's like, "Yes." Pop that pill. And he was like all that. He got ready. He went outside for the bus. I was surprised he went out in the cold. He was just there waiting like, "Where my bus at?" And I was like, "What the hell?" Anyway, and I look at Beto. I'm like, "Beto, you ready?" Homeboy barely got out of bed. I was like, "You had 20 minutes. Now
he gotta sit there in the bed first and just contemplate his life.
Like, you had 20.
Is this education really worth it?
And I was like, "You had that many time. Now you have 10 minutes left. Get ready." And he's like, "Okay." And then he goes, "Get ready." Me, I'm over here getting ready, and I'm like, "Should I shower?" And I'm like, "No." So I have this one little flick on the back of my head just poking out. And I'm like, "Okay." We got ready. Then I had to take Beto to school. And then after school, I went home. I was originally going to go to Los Primos, but my parents are not there, so I won't get any free stuff. So I was like, never mind. So I go home, stay there, then go to school. School happens. Turns out I have a bunch of assignments due on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Ew.
I had an exam today. It was over lab test. Oh my god, I did not study for it. I thought it would be super easy because it's over photosynthesis, diffusion and all that water stuff, the water plant stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, this is easy. It's gonna be easy. Boy, they went over the parts of the microscope in this test. I didn't even remember nothing. And I was like, oh my god, I look stupid. And then I was just sitting there, and everybody was leaving their class, leaving the class early because they finished ahead. Me, I was the last person. I was the last person standing.
You idiot. You stupid bitch.
I didn't study. But, I was the last person in the room. I look at the teacher, she looks at me, and I'm like, "Damn." And she goes, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm the last person here." She's like, "Don't worry, I used to be the last." I'm like, "I didn't care. I didn't ask." I feel bad now because you could have left a long time ago. And I'm like, "Okay." And I turned it in. It was 1 o'clock when I finished the test.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god." And then I got ready. I started rushing. I went home. I picked up the mic because I forgot it for the podcast. And I was like, damn it. It's I had to go get the mic. Turns out the Roomba, almost shredded my clothes. Almost. I'm not even lying. And I was like, "How did you get in my room?" And the Roomba's like, meh, meh, meh. And I'm like, "What the hell?" And I had to distangle it. And then I got the mic. I went into my car, started blasting some heavy metal, driving to the gas station, got my gas. And then I drove to your house, but there was so much traffic. I almost got in a car accident with a fire truck today.
Yeah.
But then I got here. So
Now I'm here.
It was crazy.
That's cool.
It's a crazy day. Wow, that's awesome. It was crazy today. For today's subject, though.
Wait,
What?
I still got things to talk about.
Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead.
You're asking about my day, but I recently got back from the beach.
Oh yeah.
We went on vacaciones.
Vacaciones. Mm-hmm.
So, It was...
How was it?
It was iffy. I mean, I'm not to complain. I was off of work, so, who cares? But, well, first of all, it was very cold. Like, I mean, very
I thought
cold.
it would be warm by now.
No, it was very cold and it was windy. I mean, I still went out and sat there, like, every day. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it was cold. You need, like, you could be out there with a jacket and sweatpants and you would feel fine.
Oh, my gosh.
And... half the time, it was weird because half the time, the kids wanted to go down, but the parents just stayed inside, like, watching TV.
Oh
they put on this show that Madrina was watching.
Chelly, yeah.
Yeah, she was watching this, like, Korean show or whatever,
Oh my god, she's not filling me in? I love K-dramas.
But, like, it wasn't even, like, well, I don't think it counts as a K-drama, but it was
a Korean.
Like, she got everyone hooked onto it, so everyone would just sit there watching it and not do anything. And it got to the point, I mean, I just went by myself, but, like, it was beachfront, right? It was a house this time. Yeah. Come on. And, like, the beach was, like, right there. Like, it
literally
was a shorter
shorter
walk than...
Lucky. I wish I could have
No,
gone.
not lucky. It was a private beach, So, no hay gente. Solo hay nosotros.
Ay, güey.
And I'm just, I go to the beach for man watching. Because I sit back and I'm like...
You didn't get to see men?
No, there was no one! It was just us!
No.
There was no one. It would be us and, like, our neighbors, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like, we never went down at the same time. And, like, the back patio, it was like a back porch, thing? Mm-hmm. But, like, the houses were connected. Mm. But it was a full-on house. But they were connected.
Yeah.
And the back patio thingy, they weren't, like, divided. There was no wall. You could see who's there and who's there. And I'm just like, this is awkward. I don't like this. And then, my dad is very social. So he started talking to our neighbors and then trying to introduce me. And I'm like, I don't care. Why are you doing this? I'm just out here trying to, like, look at the ocean.
Enjoy it.
And so, yeah, there was just no people there at all. Occasionally, there's, like, that one person that passed by that was, like, walking from wherever. But,
crazy
it was kind of lonely. And I was just like, what do I do? And, I don't really... Usually at the beach, we all go as a family. And I usually hang out with Len here. Because, we just human watch. And it's pretty fun. She's chill. She doesn't need to... be constantly doing something. But I went with my other cousin this time who needs to constantly do something. And so he's like nagging me the whole time, like, let's go swimming, let's go this. And I'm just like, yes.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, I just want to sit here and do nothing. Please.
Dude, I feel bad.
And then it was just a lot of eating. It was like too cold to really do anything. So we just kind of ate the whole time and sat in the house. I slept on the floor in the closet.
Dude,
it was like
why in the closet? It's because you're gay.
No, it was a huge ass closet.
Oh.
But, like, it doesn't have a bed or anything, and I didn't really want to share with him. I mean, I did share with him at one point. It's just, I hate sleeping in the pull-out bed in the living room because, everyone wakes up so early, but I like sleeping in. Mm-hmm. So, they're all making so much noise, and I'm just like, I hate this so much. And it got to the point where the floor was so uncomfortable that I went out to the bed at night. And then as soon as people started coming out, like, in the morning, I went to the closet.
Oh my God.
I just, like, got my stuff and went to the closet and, like, knocked out on the floor.
Bro.
But the closet was actually, like, really cold, too. Like, compared to the rest of the house for some reason.
That's weird.
And we destroyed this house.
Are you serious? You guys destroyed it?
Because, we were like, okay, everyone be careful. Like, there was an elevator in the house, right?
Why is there an elevator in the house?
Like, each house had, like, an elevator. Because it was, like, 3 floors.
Oh, so it's like an apartment in a way, but they're houses?
No, like, our house was 3 floors.
What?
We had 3 floors, and the elevator took you from floor 1 to floor 2.
What? That's weird.
Yeah, the elevator was, like, so small and, like, creepy. It was, like, old-fashioned, creepy kind of thing. And I assume we got it for Grandma, because Grandma was there, so she didn't have to go down the freaking stairs. But... there was, like, obviously, they have fees or whatever. If you break the elevator, we broke the elevator, like, 3 times. Oh. And I was just like, are y'all serious? And then we broke the door. The handle just went pong. And I was like, whoa.
How badly made was this house, man?
It wasn't very nice. But then, like, we saw them fix, like, the the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you know, you're supposed to replace the whole door. They just hammered the handle back in.
Oh my god.
So it, like, jammed in, so it still worked. I was like, oh, that's probably what they did last time, and that's probably why it broke. But the house itself was very nice, like, very fancy. But I was just like, oh my god. We were breaking everything, and we were like, why is this happening?
For a minute, I was like, are y'all strong? Like, since when did y'all go to the gym? Like,
And, like, they were playing with the elevator, so I was like, y'all are gonna break it. Like, aren't y'all stupid? Because they were, like, playing hide and seek or whatever, and they would
in the elevator?
They would take the elevator up and down. I was like, oh, you can't do that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and then we had a spa day.
Ooh.
Me, Ahel, and Amanda and Diana.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then I put on a song. And it was like, I like my penis. It was like a prepubescent boy talking about his penis. And then I was just there like, he's just dancing around. Oh, you know, this is during our spa day. Like, I have a face mask on. And I'm just like, what is going on?
Oh my god, dude.
And I was just, and then Amanda was like, that's a pretty good song. I was like, what?
Amanda?
Yes! And she was like, I like this song. I was like, what is wrong with you?
It's so weird, but I mean, it makes sense. Amanda is like that.
Well, I mean, they are siblings, but
yeah, there was like this one time where Amanda was going on like, what did she say? What did she say? I don't know. She was talking about like milkshake something. What was it?
Penis, pepperinas? Me and Amanda, we made a restaurant when we were in Gatlinburg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we would, because we were in a restaurant, and it was the whole family, and all these losers were on their phone. They were just on their phone. So me and then Amanda, who doesn't have a phone, were just talking to each other and like, you know, just talking and we made a restaurant, and like lots of our stuff were just like the Uchi Coochie Maguchi and the stuff like that.
Dude, wait, but I thought we made the restaurant in the hot tub. I was there.
No, we made it in the restaurant. You know, the restaurant.
In the restaurant.
But y'all were on your phone. Of course, y'all wouldn't know. And then, you know, Amanda continued it in the
because I heard it, but I didn't process it. So I was like.
She made the penis pepperinas in the hot tub. But we made the coochie uchi maguchi in the restaurant.
I'm sorry, but if I could, I would make merch out of that. Just the penis pepperoni. How would you spell that?
I don't know. I just know there's coochie and penis.
Oh, man. I feel bad for you for the beach and everything.
It was kind of boring, to be honest. I mean, I literally just sat there and played game because I mean, there was nothing to do, and it was like so cold, but the water was kind of warm, and there was no animals either.
That's sad. I would go for the animals.
I mean, we did catch crabs and hermit crabs, and I guess there was animals. It's just, you know, not.
Was there any sand dollars?
I found a dead one that's full, but it's small.
Aww.
I didn't see it. There was a storm. And so the day after, there was just a bunch of shells on shore. Oh, wait. You know the Portuguese man of war thing? The little, like, it's a jellyfish, and then it has, like, the little bubble on the head.
Yeah.
And it just floats. Uh-huh. There was a bunch of those.
Oh, my God.
And I just collected them all.
And the thing is...
and they were still alive, so I guess there was a bunch of animals, actually.
The thing is, I feel bad for you in a way, but not, because... I talked about the beach in my recent video.
Oh, right.
And I was like, yeah, me and Tony go to look at the boys and the girls and everything. And then you're telling me that you didn't get to see any?
Yeah, there was no men. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, oh, damn. And then I was like, okay, crabs? And you're like, crabs, yes. And I'm like, jellyfish? It's like, jellyfish in the water? No. But when they got out, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Because I said in my video, too bad he won't catch any because he doesn't have me to sting me for. And like, the jellyfish always sting me. That's how you always caught him.
Yeah.
So you didn't have me, and I thought he's not going to catch any.
No, I caught a lot.
I actually caught a
lot. And then they were still alive, and it was fun. But then, you know, I left them in the bucket until the next day. And they just kind of... They turn into a weird kind of jello.
Oh, so they do die.
Yeah.
Oh,
of course they do.
I mean, jellyfish were weird. I thought
the moon was orange at one point.
Are you serious?
Look, I took a picture.
Let me see this.
It's so weird.
Like, so I can describe it to them. Let me see this.
That's the moon.
That looks so orange. It looks like them lights out of those motels. That's how dusty and rusty it looks. Ooh. Kind of looks like the sun.
I know. And, like, my camera apparently, like, does this thing where it makes dark light. Because it was pitch black outside when I did that. But, yeah. And that was terrifying walking down to the beach at night. Because there was... Where we went, it was like there was no city lights either.
Oh.
It was like just complete dark.
It was just the bad streets. It was the bad.
It was just complete dark, and I was like I hate the ocean, y'all. Like, you know, creatures of the deep. I'm gonna die by some giant horrible monster that lives
That's why I'm
deep
scared of
in
the water. If
water.
something touches my leg, I'm like, oh my god.
Just
like, it doesn't even matter if it's kelp or seaweed. I get scared so easily. I'm like, oh no.
So yeah, and there was, I just hated because I was at night. I can't see anything. All I hear is waves, and then I would hear like a big splash, and it's probably just a wave. But I was like, there's something going to kill me.
No.
Oh no.
I'm not ready.
But yeah, I mean, I was just kind of sad there was no men.
Yeah,
I feel
bad.
There was just nothing.
Because I was saying how you would probably see them, but you didn't.
There was nothing.
Dang.
And you know, everyone was like, wait, you want people to be here? And I was like, yes, this is like the one place I want people, because like the rest of my life I hate people. But here, they're shirtless. And they have shorts.
I'm so glad I drew the dude as a white boy, because I was like, I know Tony likes them.
I like all men.
You like all men, but there are times where you're staring at the most scrawniest white boy in the world, and I'm like, what is that?
Something I would like to lick. Anyway.
Hey. Anyway.
Anyways.
But I was pretty much talking about the beach, like what I remembered in the recent video.
Yeah, you guys should go watch it.
Yeah, it's
and
really
subscribe
good.
to that. I mean, it's the same channel, so you know you'll get both of us, both of
Yeah!
our worlds.
You get the best of both worlds. Okay, now shall we go to the topic?
I think we're ready for our topic of today's video.
The topic for today's podcast will be pets.
Woo!
Yes, and we're gonna be talking about past pets or pets that we currently have.
Her dog died.
My dog died. Yeah.
I had a lizard. He died as well.
Okay, what was your first pet? Like your very first pet, Tony?
Actually, I think it was a hamster.
A hamster?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because, yeah, I've had quite a few pets in my lifetime that I don't even remember. But you know, my parents bring it up, and I'm like, what the? We had parakeets like so many times.
Really?
Yes, like so many times, and they all flew away. Like they just ran, babe. They ran, and then the hamster we had two, and I don't know what happened to them, but I know they did not die of natural causes.
Oh my god. They probably died for some dumb reason.
They like ate each other or something. I don't know. There was two, and then you know, like later on, like recently, I found out that like hamsters are not social animals. Like you're not supposed to buy more than one. But you know, this is like years before, so like I mean years. Like I was maybe 5 or something, but yeah, I think they ate each other.
Oh my god.
I had a lizard. He died. He died.
Was it a lizard or a chameleon or something? I don't remember.
Well, first of all, chameleon is a lizard. Lizard is just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Technically, it was an iguana.
It was an iguana?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, was it a chameleon or what kind of lizard was it?
But yeah, he died because my thingy like the heat lamp busted, and it was like in the middle of winter, so. Yeah.
Wait, they could just die from like cold, bro? Like
it's a lizard.
Wow. I mean, normally I think
most reptiles can die from cold.
Oh.
I mean, any animal, but like you know, then they need to be hot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, so he died, and then I have my dog that's still alive. You know, my first actual pet, I guess, like that belongs to me. She's alive. She's very old. She's 17.
17 already?
Well, she's as old as our siblings, so.
Oh, wow.
She's either 17 or 18. I think she's younger than Deanna, so she's 17. Deanna turns 18.
Oh my god. Your dog lived longer than my dog.
Haha.
Shut up.
Resilient. She's just built different.
Misty is built different, because like she's old, but she'd be like, pew.
I don't think there's some days, you know, my dog, she being old, she just kind of lays there most of the day, and then, walk around and then goes back to her bed and lays there. But we also have a puppy. Well, sort of. I don't think she's a puppy anymore. We've had her for 3 years. She's a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
But, this dog is like
Energetic.
ADHD. She don't sit still.
They're hyperactive.
So, like, she makes my dog, like, randomly run around sometimes, and it's fun. It's nice. A funny thing they do is that, the Chihuahua is kind of, jealous or whatever, So I'm, like, there petting my dog, and then you just see the Chihuahua just full-on ram into Misty, and Misty's just like, help!
Was there ever a time where, like, Cheeky's dragged Misty across, like...
Cheeky is the Chihuahua, by the way. Misty is I don't know what she is. She's like a tiny poodle. But, drag? Not really. It's more just ram into her. And she's just like, what the...
Like, what just happened?
Because my dog is blind, so she can't really see. She's deaf, too, at this point, so...
She just knows
she's just kind of wandering. She crashes into walls all the time. And it's kind of sad, but I laugh. Because I'm just like, Misty, where are you going? Crashes into the wall. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
But, yeah. And, the other one, she's just hyperactive. And, like, it's weird because Misty was never a normal dog. Or in the sense of, like, she was always calm. She kind of just laid around. She didn't really... chase after things. She was just there, and she was all nice and cute. But also she was kind of aggressive because stuff. Cheeky, she hunts and kills everything. But she's a Chihuahua.
No, that's what Chihuahuas are for.
Really?
They hunt everything.
She kills, like, the bugs, the snakes, and everything. And I'm just like, girl, what is wrong with you?
They kill everything if they can reach it. Or... if something else, like if it dies or it falls near them and it's injured, they will kill it. And I know it because I have Chihuahuas of my own.
Also, our Chihuahua is like really pretty, and like Len has the mother and the siblings, right?
Yeah.
But they look ugly as hell.
They usually do.
Like our Chihuahua does not look related to those Chihuahuas.
And it's just like, Anyway, I mean, she looks more like her dad, and her dad is dead.
Well, her dad is ugly, so no, I say he does not look like her dad.
What was the dad's name? Colita Blanca?
No!
Or what was it?
It was like something with the P, wasn't it?
Yeah, right? Pink Floyd? I
don't know. It was an ugly ass Chihuahua, y'all.
Firulais. No. That starts with an
That's
F.
yours.
No, I didn't name my dog Firulais.
No, but you wanted to, didn't you?
I did. I mean, I didn't know how ugly it was gonna look, so.
I mean, it was an ugly Chihuahua. I mean, I hate it.
We
like
hate
that
it.
thing, like it was very social too, so it would like want to be on you, but I was like, get away from me, you're ugly.
You really hated Chihuahuas. Like, you specifically hated that dog.
I really did. Okay, first of all, I don't really like dogs. Or animals. Okay, I love animals from a distance. Like, if they're not mine. I'm not responsible.
You like the calmer ones. You don't like the ones that are like, love me, and it's like, shut up!
But I would prefer a human like that.
Oh, whoa. I mean, I don't blame you there.
But... No, I just don't like animals in general, to be honest. Like, when it's, like, an actual pet of mine. Because, some people are like, oh, maybe you just want a cat or something. I was like, no, I want nothing. After my dog, like, passes away, I'm done. Just no more pets.
I said the same thing, and I still ended up with a dog.
You actually like your dog.
Well, yeah.
You cried on prom day when it died.
It wasn't even on prom day, but anyway.
The day before prom, then?
Yes.
You did.
Okay. Well, now it's my turn to talk about my pets, and I've had a lot within my lifetime.
You did? Have?
Yes, I have.
I don't even remember half the pets we have, y'all.
Before I had Brownie,
yes,
which is the dead dog.
The dead dog.
But before I had Brownie, I had a dog just like Misty, like a little white poodle.
Oh, it was Misty's sister.
It was Misty's sister, and then, my parents have told me is that she died of something. I don't know.
I mean, I know she died. I don't know of what, but yes.
We don't know what she died of, but she died, and I got sad as a kid. I was like, my dog died. And then they're like, oh shit.
You guys got Brownie at the same time, didn't you?
They got me Brownie because they're like, first they tried to replace it with a doll, right? And then they're like, I was terrified at dolls. I'm still am. And they're like, oh no, that didn't work out. Let's get her a dog. Then Madrina comes in with Brownie. Best day of my life. But I got Brownie, and I literally grew up with Brownie for like most of my life. And Brownie was a really interesting, she was really interesting. Puppy, she licked everything. Everything. And then she stopped. And one thing she used to do was nibble on clothes. And so, like, if you had, like, a type of hoodie, all you hear is...
Cheeky fucking destroys shoes. Our dog has never eaten, like, stuff. Cheeky just destroys shoes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Like, straight up?
Yeah, she just munches shoes.
She's going into that habit again.
I'm like, what? No, she never got out of it. She just does it. Like, my sandals would be across the yard, and I'm like, Cheeky.
Stop that.
Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but,
no,
like,
you're good.
My dog.
But Brownie didn't really rip clothes. She would just nibble on it, and then you would know that she just finished nibbling on your clothes because you would have like a wet mark on your jacket, and it was like, oh. But Brownie was really interesting. She was a good dog. I loved her a lot. She was a purebred Shih Tzu, real pretty. What was something that she used to do that was like stupid as hell? Well, it wasn't dumb, but she would always, and I mean always, like, just lay down on the floor whenever I would lay down on the floor. So if she saw me, she would just lay down beside me, and we would just end up dying there. We're like, oh my god. She was just always there by my side whenever. And then she got old, and then it was, like, really tough seeing her, like, looking at her in her state, because, dude, she had, like, cancer in a way. It was, like, something wrong with her eye. Like, her eye was bulging out, dude. And they were like, oh, you can do surgery to fix it. I'm like, but would it help? And they're like, no. And I'm like, then why are you suggesting it if it's not gonna help anything? And then she got old. That eye was dried out. The bulging eye just dried out. She couldn't even blink on that eye. Oof. And I felt bad for her, and I was like, I'm making you suffer. I'm so sorry. And then, yeah, Brownie just got old. She went blind, and then she didn't even go deaf. She never went deaf, but she went blind, and she would just.
Is that a flex against my dog?
Yes.
Well, I mean, sorry, but my dog is older. And not in the ground.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, but she was getting old, and then there came a time where she could barely stand up and do much. And she would always be in bed, and I was like, I felt bad. But one day she ate, she drank, she sat in the sun, then went to her bed inside the house, and she was like just there relaxing. She would get up to eat a few times, but while I was getting ready for prom, it was the day before prom. And my mom was helping me dye my hair. We finished dyeing it, everything. I got ready. And I was done. Like, I just finished showering. And I usually, every night, like, I would always go say goodnight to Brownie, right?
Yeah.
I go over, and I'm like, good night, Brownie. And I touch her. It felt like a rock, bro. And I was like, huh? I'm like, am I touching you right? Is this your skull, like, that I'm touching? And then I'm like, Brownie? She didn't react. Shake her. Brownie? Didn't react. And then I was like, oh my god. And then I put my hand on her chest to like feel her pulse or something. And I'm like, nothing. No pulse. And I'm like, Brownie? And like I panicked. And then I lifted her paw up to see, the reaction.
Yeah.
Stiff. The paw didn't even move. I moved the whole body up. And I lifted the paw and it moved the body up. And that's how I knew she was dead. Because she was just pure solid rock. And it was like, I didn't scream or anything. I just froze there and just started crying. And my mom was like, Mija, what happened? And I'm like, Brownie's dead. And it's just like, what'd you say?
What?
Okay, whimpering. Like, I just whimpered out, she's dead. And then she was like, what'd you say? I'm like, Brownie's dead. And then she was like, you're capping. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not kidding. This girl is dead. I checked her pulse, and she's dead. And I was like, oh, my Brownie. I was, like, crying and everything. I was like, oh, Brownie. No, man. She was like, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, whatever. And then my mom's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, what can I do? It's, like, late at night. I can't go anywhere to, like, I don't know, like, bury her properly or anything. I didn't plan her death. I didn't plan it to be soon. Okay? Like, no, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't plan it, you know? And she was like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I guess I got to bury her. And then she was like, where, though? And I'm like, the backyard? And we go to the backyard and everything. Oh, but before we did go to the backyard, we had to pick her up, right? My mom goes, pick her up. And I'm like, dude, I can't. It's like, I can't. And she's like, why? I'm like, I literally can't move. Like, it scared me. I don't know why. It just scared me to pick her up. I felt like I would drop her and she would just break or something. And I was like, you pick her up. I literally made my mom pick her up. I was like, I can't pick her up, bro. I'm like, and she took her, we went outside to the backyard, and then she was, she hugged onto Brownie and everything while I was digging the hole. She was like hugging her. She was like, oh, my baby. And, I finished digging.
This is about to be a grave for two if you don't shut up, Mom.
Oh, God. And, she wrapped Brownie in a blanket so it wouldn't look so miserable. We didn't have a box or anything for Brownie. Like, we couldn't bury her, so we had to wrap her up. We wrapped her up in her favorite blanket, buried her, and then we, buried her. And then I just sat there and I was like, wow, my dog's dead before prom. And
this is great.
And I know most people, when they see me, they can tell something's messed up with me or something, like when I'm depressed or something. So they know something's wrong. So I had to, like, tell people on my story so they would know what happened on my Snapchat story. And I said, yeah, my dog died. But I didn't say it in that happy way. I was crying and everything.
My dog, yeah, she was crying.
I was, like, straight up bawling.
She had videos.
But, yeah, my dog died the day before my prom, exactly at 10 o'clock at night. This year's going to be somewhere between, I don't know exactly, but somewhere within these months is going to be her first year anniversary of her death.
But it's not all sad, guys. She got a new dog.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid dog.
I got a new dog. But I didn't get a new dog immediately. I was super depressed. Like, my mom, like, everyone could tell. I was, like, fucked up. It's like...
She took drugs and everything, man.
I didn't take drugs, no. No, I didn't take drugs. I was just really messed up that I ended up, like, playing a stupid childish game just to feel happy, bro. Cookie Run Kingdom. Thank you for being there when my dog died. But, yeah, and we went, like, it was, like, after school. School was over. It was, like, in the summer. And my mom was, like, we were at the beach, and we were in the pool. My mom goes, oh, look, mija, one of my friends, which is also the dad of your friend, is selling dogs. Do you want one? And I'm like, how dare you ask me that? I will not replace Brownie. You're fucking crazy. Do you know how painful it was? And I'm like, I don't think I can ever take care of this dog like I took care of Brownie. Like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, then she was like, just take a look. And she showed me the picture, and I'm like, I want that dog. And I asked her, I was like, how much are they selling the dogs for? She's like, well, technically $1,500. $1,500.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I don't have that much.
See, I would never pay that much for a dog, y'all.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure I got my dog
they were
for like
pure.
free.
Oh, let me pause there. They were purebred miniature chihuahuas. So
and still look ugly as shit.
it's just a fucking...
I feel like purebreds are like uglier than just mutts.
Whatever. But they're purebreds, and that's why they costed $1,500.
Yeah.
But since the dad is the friend of my mom, and he's also a friend of mine because I have connections with my mom's friends, and then I also know his son, and I also invited their whole family to my quinceañera. They were like, instead of $1,500, you can pay $500.
Wow, such a discount.
I mean, it's
literally $1,000 less.
It's $1,000 less. You may say that's still expensive. I'm like, but it's not $1,000. I'm like, 500 is like
cheap.
500 is literally what I get within a month, and I was like, worth it. So I said yes. And then the day that Bruno arrived to my house, I was waiting for him. I was really sick that day. Stuffy nose and everything. Like, I just finished crying again because I was like not ready. And then they're like, oh my god, here's your puppy. Homeboy was like he was super, super small. Like, he could fit in my hands. And my hands are small.
Yep.
And he just fit there, and he looked so derpy as hell. And I was like, oh, wow. I started crying in front of this lady. And she's like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, my dog's dead. I look okay? I didn't tell her that, but I was like, yeah, I'm okay. He's adorable. I love him. Here's your $500. I paid her the money. And then she was like, here's his food. Here's tapetes. She gave me everything. She gave me the whole baggage. I didn't even have to buy it. And I was like, yeah. She's like, here's his doctor information, whatever, so you can get him his shots. Yeah. And I was like, okay, thank you. I never took that dog to a next appointment. I only have his puppy forms, but that's okay. But he was so small. And the funny thing about Bruno is that the day I got him, tongue out. He was like, And I was like, ma'am, why is his tongue out? And she's like, oh, he's just born like that.
He's quirky.
He's quirky. And it's like, he sticks out his tongue like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. And then we took care of Bruno. I took care of Bruno for like a few days before we went to Mexico. For a week, but like I came back, and when I came back, he was so fucking cute. And I was like, Bruno! And he was like, ah! And I was like, oh my god. He when they're miniatures and they're puppies, they're really small. And I was like, this is so cute. I love that fucker. But then he grew up. He's about to turn like probably a year this year too.
Really?
He's gonna turn a year old.
Sense, I guess.
Oh yeah, I called him after my dog's dead.
My dog's dead.
My dog's dead. But I got him after Brownie, so he's gonna turn 1 year old this year. Yeah. Oh, but, like, he's so cute, right? Like, you may say he's ugly, but to me, he is adorable.
Of course.
If I did not get him, I probably would have killed myself. And I'm not kidding. You may think, oh, you're joking. I was like, no, I was like really close to killing myself.
You are not joking. We are not joking.
We're not joking. I was really close. I was like really close to getting my car and driving to a bridge and jumping off.
Free fall.
But anyways, back on subject. Bruno, I taught him how to sit. Oh, he does it so cute. But now he doesn't listen to me when I tell him to sit. He only listens when there's food involved.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. He only does it if food's involved. And he's like, so if you tell him to sit without a treat, he's like, bitch, no. I'm not sitting down. And I'm like, sit down. And he's like, no. And I taught him how to do it in Spanish, so he only knows in Spanish. And I'm like, siéntate. And he's like, looks at me up and down like a dumb dog, and he's like, no. And I'm like, bro. My mom says I'm crazy, though, because every time I be with Bruno, I be making up conversations with So, like, imagine it. Bruno's over here chilling with me, like, walking around, and he's behind my mom, like, because she's cooking. Yeah. And I'm over here, like, pretending, like, doing voice acting Bruno's every movement. And I go, hola, mami, ¿qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué estás cocinando? Like, what you cooking? What you cooking?
Yes, you are crazy.
And sometimes, like, I would reenact conversation with him, and I would say, "Hola, mami, ¿qué estás haciendo?" And I'd be like, "Nothing, Bruno. I'm not doing anything." And he's like, "¿Cómo que eso?"
You're like, what's
"No."
his face? Kristoff.
Yes, I'm like Kristoff with his reindeer. I'm like exactly that. And I'm like, my mom's like, "You're crazy." And I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not crazy."
I'm coping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
But,
our pets.
Oh, actually,
What happened?
I was gonna name him Firulais, right? But when I got him, I was like, "You're not ugly like I thought you would be. You don't deserve the ugliest rat name ever."
Un ratón.
So, no.
I don't know. Chihuahuas are kind of ugly.
That's your opinion.
I don't like Chihuahuas, y'all. They're kind of ugly to me. Cheeky, she came out good. She came out a decent Chihuahua. But, like, all other Chihuahuas, I'm like, what is wrong with them?
Oh, my God.
Also, like, Chihuahuas... No, I know your Chihuahua, not that... Or, well, as much as I know it's not aggressive like other Chihuahuas.
No, yeah, he's not.
Like, you know, Chihuahuas are bipolar and whatever. But Cheeky's, like, not. She's normal the whole day. And, like, her Lens Chihuahua is fine, too, as much as I know. But, like, our aunt, she has a tiny Chihuahua thing. Alito. That
Oh my
thing
God.
is like, you stomp too hard and it starts going after you.
It's like, you stomp the floor too hard and it's like, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, you don't even have to stomp. You just accidentally get in his way.
You just walk too close to it.
Like, I was one time I was like too close and
It's
just
so
bit my
ugly
finger.
and scrawny. I hate it.
I mean, he's old now, so like, I mean,
he's not even that old.
He's not? How old is this dude?
I don't think he's old. Is he?
I don't know. But he looked old.
I don't think he's that old.
He's just probably just ugly with
No.
them crooked ass teeth and everything.
Exactly. He's an ugly Chihuahua.
And he's a miniature. He's like smaller than my miniature. And I was like,
I know. He's so scrawny too. Kind of looks gross.
I think he's a teacup, not a miniature. But anyway. But
He's ugly.
yeah, he's an ugly dog. Bruno always sticks out his tongue, though. That's what makes him cute. And I'm like, yay! Funny thing about Bruno, though, is that if I'm scrolling on Instagram or any social media, I always find a dog that looks exactly like him. So I'm like, oh my god.
It's your siblings.
It's your brother.
Have you
It's
seen
your sister.
Jasmine's new dog?
Oh, the poodle? Yeah. Chloe? I actually ended up babysitting her for like a week.
Oh,
I
nice.
taught her how to sit, too.
She's so cute.
She looks like a peluche. Like
I said she looked like fried chicken.
I said she looked like a teddy bear. You over here saying fried chicken. Were you hungry that
we
day?
were there, you know, the other day when Jaime was here, and so I had like this toy thing. It's like a stretchy. It's just a stretchy thing.
the stretchy thing.
Yes, the thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
But so Olivia, our little cousin, she's like maybe 1 or 2. She had my stretchy thing. She wouldn't give it back. I was like, give it back, it's mine. And then she's like, no, it's meal. It's meal. And I was like, girl, give it back. And I was like, fine, I'll take your dog back.
Took the dog.
And I like took it and I went towards the door. She's like, no, that's mine. And I go, give me the thing back and I'll give you your dog. And she goes, here. Like she was like so desperate handing me the thing. I was like, okay, that's good.
Dang, you're so hella foul.
Well, I kept saying I was gonna eat the dog too.
That does not help your case because you're Asian, Tony.
Exactly. I was like, I'm gonna eat you.
Tony.
And then it became a joke. And then they like, you know, they would have the dog. They're like, don't let it near Tony. He's gonna eat it.
What the hell? Tony, why?
Because it's fun.
I mean, yeah, it is funny. It's funny hearing it. If I was there, I probably would have left my ass off.
Because it just became the thing. Like, the dog would, like, run towards me for some reason. Then they would, like, pull it away. He's like, no, he's going to eat you. And, you know, we're all joking. None of us actually think this, but it was funny.
Oh, man. Okay, but enough about my current dog, Bruno. Other pets they weren't exactly mine, but I literally helped raise them. What the hell are you doing? So Beto, he had a cat named Toby.
I forgot. Yeah, they have cats.
Yeah, we have too many cats. Anyways, he had a cat named Toby. That dude ran away. We just say he's dead. We don't know what happened to that fucker. But
living the best life.
and then my brother was sad. He was like, I don't have a cat. He's a cat person, bro.
Yeah,
so he got real sad.
Person.
So we got him another cat that looked exactly like Toby.
Watch it be like someone found Toby, decided to sell it, you guys bought it.
I thought so too. I thought it was the same one, and I was like, huh? And then it was a girl. So it was like, oh, it's not Toby. Okay, it's just another cat. We named her. No, we didn't name her. Beto named her Bella. I think he gave her like a full name, but I don't remember it. I just know her first name's Bella. And then Bella was a slut. She got railed like 3 times by 3 different cats.
Oh no.
And
our table is broken.
But she had like 3 baby daddies. But
yes, address this cat like that. Okay.
The only reason we say that she had 3 baby daddies is because 3 different male cats would always come to our backyard. It was an orange, a black cat, and then I think it was another cat. No, I think it was 2 baby daddies. It was just a black cat and the orange cat. And they were really close with Bella, and Bella didn't mind. We didn't have her neutered at the time, and I kept telling Betta to do it because I knew she would get pregnant. He never did it. She got pregnant. And then abortion. We couldn't do it. It was too late. But
it's never too late.
But we were in Mexico when she had the kittens, so we never really got to see the birthing process.
Or the kittens, right?
Or the kittens, because she gave birth under the shed. It took us a fat minute to get them out, because the shed has a tiny hole to put your hand through, but you can't really grab anything. But we managed to get in the kittens out, everything. They were really cute. One was like black, orange, everything. Another one was black, just black. One was orange. And then, yeah, there was pretty much those. The one that looked exactly like Bella, that one apparently they said that died under the shed and they couldn't get it out. So I was like, oop, that cat is dead. But, we kept the cats, we let them grow up. Beto wanted to keep them. He didn't even bother selling them. And I was like, dude, we could have gotten some cash out of that. He's like, no. And I'm like, screw you. Anyways, but they grew up. I named the cats because Beto was too lazy to name them. I named the black and orange one Simba.
So you guys kept the cats?
Yes. We kept the kittens that Bella had.
Yeah, I know. So you guys never gave them away?
No.
So where are they now?
Let me finish. So, Simba, I named her Simba because she had an orange mark on her forehead when she was a kitten, and I would rub on it. I'd be like, Simba. And then I named her that. Even though Simba's probably a dude name, I felt like giving her that name because of that one mark. And then there was the black cat. He had, like, a white mark on his, like, chest at first. And I called him Flecha Blanca, which is white arrow. So, I named him that. And then the orange cat, I named him Mufasa, so it makes sense for the Simba. Foreshadowing. But, and I'll tell you all in a sec why I said foreshadowing for Mufasa.
It died.
No.
Oh.
But, yes, it was those 3 cats that we had. And then we raised. The Bella and Simba would get along really well, and they always stayed home. But the boy cats always left. They kept leaving every single time. And then, one day, the black cat just disappeared. Flecha Blanca disappeared, never came back. And we're like, oh, okay. And then, Mufasa kept disappearing and coming back for a few times. But then, suddenly, he has never come back. He has never come back anymore. And we're like, well, what happened to him? Like, where he at? We think he just got a bitch and just stayed with that bitch. And the owner probably just kept him. But we made sure to neuter Simba and Bella so that way we wouldn't have to worry about more kittens because we're like, nope. And now, we only have 2 cats.
Oh, you guys do have 2.
Yeah, the other just ran away. They do come back every once in a while, but it's like we don't know if it's the dad or if it's the son. So it's like it's one of the 2.
Cats, what the fuck?
Cats are sluts. Fun fact, apparently, Bethel went up to me one day and he goes, "Did you know that cats are the reason they die is because of HIV. And I was like, what? He's like the
main reason is because of AIDS. But that
HIV,
is not, no.
AIDS.
Well, AIDS isn't a sexual thing. It just means their autoimmune system just decides to shut down when they get too old.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure I'm the one that told him that fact. So the thing is, he might be misquoting it.
Well, he said that, like, AIDS or something this is the main reason they die. And he's like, they're sluts. I was like, what? Okay.
Unless he heard it from the same teacher that told me that, but yeah.
I don't know. But he told me that, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
Other pets. Well, Jose Ramon, he had Preciosa. I raised Preciosa since she was like a puppy.
Oh, the Chihuahua.
Yes, the Chihuahua. Okay.
Chiquis' mom.
Yeah, Chiqui's mom.
She looks fat.
I think it's muscle mostly, but
she built.
She built different. I don't even know how. But I raised Preciosa since she was a puppy. Taught her how to fetch. I didn't teach her how to sit, but I taught her fetch. And she always has a stuffed animal. If you take it away from her, she like starts crying like a child.
Well, see, her Chihuahuas. So there's the siblings of Cheeky, but they're aggressive, like a normal Chihuahua, you know?
It's
they're
not two siblings, it's just one sibling.
And the mom. It's one mom.
It's the mom and the sibling, but...
They are aggressive and weird.
Yes. But Preciosa, she was like that. She built different. But yeah, she's aggressive to like new people because she's like, oh my god, stranger danger. We didn't teach them to be human friendly. So it was like, oops. But then they get used to it. They don't do it no more. But, who was it? Well, Chiqui's dad.
The ugly one.
Yeah, we were babysitting them, and then all of a sudden, we realized something. We're like, when we returned the dad back to Tia Yasmin's house, we were like, oh my god. And my mom didn't notice, but it was me. I was like petting her. I was like, oh my god, Preciosa, you're so pretty. And I pet her, and then I feel a kick. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what was that? And
she pregnant.
She pregnant.
And if you're wondering how the dad died, he ate rat poison.
Oh yeah, he ate rat poison. He ate rat poison the
live
same day that we returned him. The same day that we returned him.
Yeah, we child support.
The same day that we returned him back to my tia's house. Like, I think it was the same day or the next day where he ate the rat poison and died. And I was like, oh my god. And I was like, wow, bro, like, you just got Preciosa pregnant and you dead?
He said no. It ain't me.
It wasn't me.
Stranger danger.
But yeah, but we took care of Preciosa while she was pregnant, and then the day she had puppies, I actually had to help my mom do the birthing process.
Ew.
Yeah. She stayed late for the rest of it. I only stayed up for like half of it. And
pregnant or not.
It lasted till it started exactly at 9 and ended at 3 in the morning. Preciosa was like pushing. She was like, oh my god. And I was like, oh no.
My dog got pregnant and then we got an abortion for her. So.
Yeah. You gave your dog an abortion.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want puppies. It was like some random neighbor's chihuahua.
It's always the chihuahuas that do something.
Exactly. I was like, no. Well, I was too young, but, after that, my dog went aggresso mode. And now I'm, like, the only one that can pet her, sort of. Like, she just doesn't like people.
Oh, my God. But, we raised Preciosa. Preciosa gave birth. And we had the puppies.
And then we robbed a puppy.
Yeah. So we actually sold these puppies. And then one of them, nobody wanted. Cafe. Nobody wanted Cafe. So we ended up raising him.
I just don't like male dogs. That's why we got Cheeky because she's a girl.
I didn't want him, but we ended up having to raise him because nobody wanted him. They wanted every single other one. They even wanted the fat dog that looked like They wanted the fat puppy that looked like Preciosa, and that was a dude. He was so fat. And nobody wanted, everybody wanted him, but they didn't want Cafe, who was like the runt, I think.
No,
or was it Cheeky?
Cheeky was the runt.
Yeah, Cheeky was the runt, but Cafe, nobody wanted Cafe, and I was like, dang. So we raised Cafe. I named him Cafe. And then
Misty was the runt too. We have 2 runts.
But I raised them, and then now Preciosa and Cafe live together. And then Cafe started going horny mode, and so we had to neuter Preciosa. We could have neutered Cafe, but like they didn't think of that, so they just neutered her. So now she can't get prego
my ego.
But she can't get pregnant anymore. So yeah, and then I have Bruno. Now that's 3 Chihuahuas, 2 cats. Who else had pets in my family? And I had to take care of them. My mom.
What?
My mom had guinea pigs. She had 2 guinea pigs. No, 3. 2. I don't know. But she had guinea pigs. They were big and chunky. I mean, they're guinea pigs. But they were really cute. We used to have a corralito, a little cage outside. So they would walk around outside, eat grass, everything right.
A hawk.
No. The neighbor's dog.
Oh, no.
The thing is, you're like, wait, but how does that work out? Remember, before we had a big brown fence, we had a white fence, and anything could probably dig under and get into our property. And, well, of course, my neighbor's dog, the neighbors love to always have the garage door open. He would be walking around the neighborhood and everything. He just walks around I was like, y'all need to take care of y'all dog. He walking around, put him back. They never did. And one day, he went into our backyard, killed our guinea pigs. I think he ate one, but he killed it and took a bunch of our stuff that didn't belong to his dog and took it back to his home. And you think, how did you know that he killed it? Bro, because he left it all over his territory so we could see this. It was all over the neighbor's front yard.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we called the cops because it was dude, your dog just went into our property and, took a bunch of our stuff. And, the police didn't do anything because we didn't take pictures of it. I'm like, sir, if you just turn around, you can see the stuff and the dead guinea pig right there. He didn't bother. He was like, you need evidence.
It's right there. It's dead on the ground.
And I was like, that's so stupid. And I was like, sir, it's dead. It's right there. And they're like, well, it doesn't count, blah, 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 blah. And apparently, the literal neighbor, once the police left, she was smirking her ass off haha, you can't do anything about it. And I'm like, I hate you. Them guinea pigs weren't cheap. And my mom was about it.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Murder. The human.
And then, but those were the pets my mom had. I used to take care of fish every once in a while. But, I mean, fish die. So, never got to have another one. Want to, but I don't want to. And then, what else did we have? Chickens!
Oh, we have chickens right now. I hate chickens.
We used to have chickens in our family, and I named every single one. We also had ducks. I remember this one of them was my favorite. I named it Tiny. That fucker died.
Your favorites always die.
My favorites always die, but I was raising Tiny, because it was the runt, and he looked really sick. And I was like, oh no, I gotta help him. So I started helping him, trying to help everything. And then one day I'm like, oh, Tiny, look at Tiny. Tiny's taking a nap. I posted it on my story. Snapchat reminds me every year of Tiny's death.
He's taking a nap. He did.
And then I noticed once I tried to take Tiny out of the bean bag because he was sleeping inside of not a bean bag, a beanie.
Yeah.
He was sleeping inside, and I tried to take him out so I could clean it. Boy, dead. But he was dead, one eye open, one eye closed, legs twitched around. And I was like, he looked like he just finished stretching. But wings were closed and everything. He was just stretching his legs, one eye open and everything. And I was like, damn, Tiny dead. He my favorite. I literally, that one I did not bury. I just threw him in the trash. I even recorded it. It's all on my Snapchat, man.
Oh my god.
And I just went to the trash and I was like, damn, he was my favorite. You can see me opening the trash can, throwing that fucker. I just throw him in. But all the other chickens, I named it Smokey, Coliflor, all that, right? Coliflor also died.
It just all died.
Well, I mean, cauliflower didn't die from like some random cause, like natural or anything. Yeah, that one got killed by Preciosa. She mauled that fucker. She just went. She got into their cage or something. And just like they didn't have a corralito yet, so there was like a tiny cage like that we used for the guinea pigs. Homegirl went in and grabbed it. It just went, mauled it, killed it, and then left it full on. Beat the living shit out of her. But yeah, they killed cauliflower, and then we had all the other chicks, and we raised them. And then we were like sick and tired of taking care of them. We were like, give them to your aunt. So we did.
Yeah. This was all like during COVID.
Yeah.
Because all of us decided to get chickens at the same time for some reason. Because we were like, yeah, something to do during COVID, you know? Mm-hmm. Our chickens, we still have ours, and they're annoyed as hell.
I mean, at least you get eggs.
Yeah, but the stupid rooster. We have a rooster who sounds like he's dying. Like he doesn't.
He just goes.
Yeah, he just screams. He doesn't cock-a-doodle-doo. He just screams.
And it be like that. We had 2 ducks. One boy and one girl.
Are those Jasmine's ducks now?
Yeah, we gave them away to her.
They're, like, Jasmine hasn't bought new ducks, right?
No.
They're still alive and well.
Yeah.
We
gave the ducks to her. Because, like, I mean, we liked them as chicks and everything, right? We raised them and they were really cute. The thing is, you can't raise it. Oh, you can raise it as a big duck, but it gets difficult because, like, they don't poop wherever you want them to poop. They just poop whenever. So I was like, I can't take care of you like this.
Yeah.
So we got rid of them. We gave them to my tia.
But chickens are the same way. I mean, go everywhere in the yard.
Yeah, but we didn't have the chickens inside. We had the ducks inside. Chickens stayed out.
What?
Oh, when they were chicks, we had like a tiny box for them so they would crawl around in it. We had their own tub where they would dive in the water. But once they grew up, they don't fit in there.
Oh, I see.
So we had to give them away. Oh, what else did we have? And well, I also had hamsters. I was like
you did.
I was like somewhere. I don't remember how old I was.
I feel like I remember the hamster.
But we had hamsters. One was for me, one for Beto. Beto's hamster ate mine. His hamster ate my hamster. And you could, like, I think I remember, but I remember kind of it eating it at the moment. And I was like, what's that out of your mouth? It was a foot. And I was like, oh! I was like, you just ate my hamster. And then that hamster just died. Like you could see his eyes pop, like that. His hamster was like, his eyes were popping out, and then it was like, it just died naturally. And I was like, did you die because you ate the hamster, or did you just die?
He just died.
But yeah, my hamsters didn't. Well, my hamster died because of a dumb reason, but my brother's hamster died from like natural something.
Oh God! But hamsters are wild.
They really are. It's like hella crazy, and it's like what? What else? Like pets. Well, I don't have any more pets that I raised, but I know that your dad like loves taking care of fish.
Yeah, my dad has saltwater fish tank, and we had a lot of fish, and then no fish, and then like one time he accidentally electrocuted all of it.
I feel bad for those fishies.
Cause like my dad messes with the stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And he was trying to fix something, but he dropped it in the water. It was like something electrical, obviously.
No, yeah.
And and like this is when he had the most fish. He had like a lionfish and like.
I love that lionfish.
And, after that we were never able to like recover the fish tank, I guess, because now it's like, we just have small fish. We tried more lionfish, but it didn't work. They just died. They kept dying, and they're expensive fish. They're like $50, $70 per fish, $100, and I'm like, wow. I even had a freshwater fish tank. Saltwater once, but I got tired of it, so we just put it all.
What I do know is that we both had beta fishes.
I love betas, and
betas are pretty.
I keep them alive a pretty good time, and but there's always like at that one point where I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to play with you.
How long do they live? Beta fish.
Oh, pretty long, I think.
Right?
Maybe a year or so.
I remember mine died, but I don't remember why it died. I don't know.
It just died.
I think my mom did something with the water or something, like she forgot to or something.
I had a bit of fish and he put soap water.
Dumb kid.
He was like, I'm gonna wash the tank and then put the fish in it. And it was still soapy and the fish died.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, you idiot.
But
yeah, I think that sums up our pets.
Yeah.
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 Well.
Shall we start with the game?
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll do one card this time because we've been talking for a while, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time for our next segment where we pull out a thing from this Game of Things thingy and just make a stupid answer.
All right.
So what we got is... We are not doing that one. That one's stupid.
Was it the naked girl one?
What? Why? Okay, we did a bad job. Oh, this one's fun. Things you shouldn't swallow.
My dick.
Well, what shouldn't you swallow, Madeleine? Oops.
Grapes. Don't swallow grapes. You can choke on that. You go. Don't. Just be careful with what you swallow, man. Like most of the times you end up choking on it.
Speak for yourself.
Hey yo.
I mean, I would say, don't swallow like a thumbtack or something. You
That's
ever imagine
dumb.
that? Like a thumbtack or like a pin? I say because I chew on those things all the time. I love chewing on things, right? That's kind of how I prevent myself from chewing my nails, but I still destroy my nails.
I think it's like a stem you have, like a
Shut up.
reaction. I don't
No,
even
it
know.
die. But you know, I chew on like, you know, the little bobby pins and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, sometimes I imagine swallowing it. Like, you know, it gets stuck in your throat and you stab yourself or, you know, it stabs yourself in the stomach.
You're a weird person.
And you just die or feel excruciating pain. Now, things you should swallow, let me tell you. But been there, done that.
No, for real, you've been there.
Oh.
But don't swallow coins. Lots of kids swallow coins.
I mean, it comes out.
I mean, yeah, but it's stupid.
You suck on pennies.
That's weird. All right.
That one was fun. I like that one.
Time for the next card.
I said we were gonna do one.
We were only doing one?
Yeah, well, that's why I said, well, we're gonna do another one because we pulled it.
Well, yeah.
Let's spit it there. Oh, I like this one. People don't like about you. You're a lesbian.
You're gay.
What else?
What
okay, serious now.
Okay.
My dick.
Titties.
Where?
I don't have it exactly.
That's what they don't like about her.
But the things that people don't like about me.
Or should we do like people don't like about you and we say ours?
You do yours first, because
No.
I'm still thinking of mine.
I don't know.
You don't know? Like, do they say anything about your personality or anything?
I have no friends. They don't like me in general.
I'm talking about other people. Like, what are
Exactly. I have no friends.
my
They don't like me in
God.
general. I don't know. I mean, at work, you know, they're always like, you're so nice and polite, and you seem like a very happy guy. And I'm like,
It's a persona, you dumb bitch.
It's my stranger danger voice.
Oh, God.
Well,
Well.
I don't know. What do you don't like about me? Let's do that.
Your dick.
Well, I mean, I hope not.
What do I not like about you?
I don't like this. Oh,
I really don't know, man.
One thing I
have never
don't like
hated
about
you.
myself, at least. Oh my god, don't get me started. I hate myself so
Oh
much.
my God.
I mean, I hate my body. I hate my voice. I hate my face. I hate everything. My incompetency to like show actual emotion. I just don't care about people, man. Like,
He real dark
like
man.
I mean, you know, people would be like, my dog died. I'd be like, hey.
Oh,
And you know,
man.
sometimes it's like, okay, but like, you know, most
He
of the
was
time
like that
it's
when I
not okay.
told him, but
Yes, I was.
well,
I literally
we
went up to
both
you and I was like,
laughed.
Milan, your dog's dead. Guess who still has a dog?
I'm talking about the day I told you about
Yeah.
Brown dying before prom. The day I told you, I literally laughed and you looked at me like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, yeah, that's funny. But things
Yeah, what do you not like about me?
I came up with one about you.
Oh yeah, give it to
It's
me.
how you always send like pictures of your men, but like when
Ah,
I'm in public,
yes,
I was
yes.
sitting beside your mom one time, and I was like, oh.
Speaking of my men, I drew a new picture last week, a couple days ago. It took me about 2 days to finish, and it's like a spicy foursome.
Oh god, it was like
I loved
4.
it. It's one of my best ones yet. Though the background could be better, but I still enjoyed doing it.
No, I literally had to teach him how to draw.
Oh yeah, the dude has both parts, by the way. So, and me being gay and only usually sticking to one part. I'm like, how?
Yeah, he was like, how do you draw it? And I had to teach him out, and I was like, you draw it like this.
Yeah, and then I still just had to look at like a trans guy. So.
No, yeah. But yeah.
So things I hate about you. Well, you sometimes, I speak decent Spanish, but I understand Spanish perfectly fine. And, someone will be talking to me in Spanish, like a family member or whatever. And if Len is there, she translates for me. Like, I don't understand a dang thing they said. Like, I'm like, why do you do that? Why?
It's a bad habit of mine. Like, it doesn't even matter if the person speaks fluently. I will still translate. And I hate that about myself. I mean, it still happens.
Like, girl, stop. Like, I understand that you don't gotta translate.
I'm like trying. I have gotten better though. I have gotten better to not translate.
Oh, and she also sometimes posts cringe. I mean, all the time. Guys, help her. But like, sometimes and then she'd be like, look at this cool video I made, or like, look what we did, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's like, you're cringe, and it's like, I know I'm cringe, but I'm trying so hard. Like, at least appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, okay. This is so weird.
But things I hate about myself.
And we all think that, and we're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Wow, everyone thinks that. Are you serious? Dang. No
Me and Amanda talk about it.
No wonder my mom just. Are you serious?
Me and Amanda do our own podcast,
Oh, wow.
and we just talk about you.
That girl, dang. But no, yeah, things I hate about myself. I talk a lot.
Yeah, but I think it's fine. Like, I like listening and just sitting here and just listen, so.
I mean, isn't it annoying that I talk for, like, the most stuff, though?
No.
I mean, I talk
too
much.
Yeah, this podcast is about 80% you, but I'm fine with it. I just like being like, yeah, that's cool. Because even with other people, I just don't know what to say. It's like, my life is irrelevant and boring, guys. Like, okay, you share your stuff. Like, yeah, you talk. I love listening to you. But my stuff, I'm like, what? You want to... There's nothing about me you need to know.
No, for
like,
real.
literally the other day... what was it? Sunday?
I think.
Yeah, it was Sunday. And our cousins were over from North Carolina. And, it just ended up, like, me listening to Heimerfella the whole time. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah, I like that.
You're, like, a really good listener. I'm just more of a talker, man.
Yeah.
I try my listening. I do listen, but there are times where it's like, oh, I want to say something too. But another thing that I don't like about myself is that I'm really loud. When I get really excited about things, I get really loud.
Yeah, but like I think that's because of our family. We're all loud speakers, the ones who do talk. So, the only way you can be heard is by talking above the person that's loudest, and eventually you just get to us screaming each other, and it's just really fun.
We're too loud, man.
But yeah. What else do I hate about you? I like this topic. It's very mean.
It's very for you, this question.
I can think of so many things. Do you hate anything else about me? I want to hear it.
Things about... That's the thing. I never actually hate... Oh, there
hate me.
There are times where I was like, oh... That was annoying of him or something.
Ooh, let's hear that. I guess we could.
I think it was like when I was younger.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, so it was just something stupid. Like it would get on my nerves. Like there were times where you were like too aggressive.
Well,
you would hit me so damn hard, and I was like, no, they gotta know. This one time we were playing sword fight.
Oh.
We were just fighting with random poles. Like I think he had his. What did you have? Like you had a big metal pole.
Long story short, we were basically LARPing.
Yeah, we were live action role playing. He grabbed a big metal pole. I think it was a flagpole.
No, we both had like the little painter sticks. Like the
They're painters. But I'm pretty sure you had a big pole.
I don't think so.
It was.
We did that for baseball.
Yeah, but I remember that we were fighting, and this dude just hits my head, and I remember that it was like a heavy metal too, because all I heard was thunk. It rang in my head, and I was like,
oh, it hit your head? Okay, that sounds more likely.
Yeah, because I remember it was the flagpole or something that you hit me with, and I was like, wow. And then you were like, are you okay? And I was over here trying to be tough in front of you. I didn't want to look bad. I was like...
Look bad? Why?
Like, dude, younger, you know how I looked up to you a lot. So I was like...
Which is bad. Don't do that.
Shut up.
Don't do that. I also hate that about you. You ruined my life.
Why did I...
They think I turned her gay. I was like, what the fuck?
Who thinks
exactly?
that?
If anything, I would turn her straight, right? Because like I like men.
I hate that. That's stupid.
I know.
Why would they think that's not how it
well,
works?
I don't know if they think that anymore, but you know that used to be the thing, and that's why I was like, stop it! Don't look up to me, please.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. Why didn't you even bother telling me?
Because it wasn't worth our time.
Yeah.
I was just like, whatever, but you know.
That's stupid though. Like, why would they think that worked? That is no.
I know.
I mean, like women, not men. More like he would turn me straight, but that didn't work. he would just talk about it, and I'm like, I didn't like it, and then people still didn't notice. I'm like, it's stupid. Something that I hate about myself. I hate that I cannot understand lots of my English and Spanish. Like, you could be talking to me, and there are times where I'm like, what's that? Like, dude, a girl legit just had to teach me the word, a flat iron. I did not know what it was called.
What is it called? I don't know.
It's
either.
called a flat iron.
In Spanish?
In English.
Oh, wait, never mind.
I know in Spanish it's like la laciadora or something, right? No, in English it's flat iron. What about, what's another word? So, I never had a word for pantry. I would always call it the food closet in Spanish. Or el closet, I would just say. I was like, oh, yeah, closet. And then someone had to correct me, and they're like, oh, it's a pantry. And I was like, oh, I feel dumb. I feel dumb that it's called a pantry. I really hate how dumb I am. I really. Because there are times where I'm smart, but there are times where it's like, I'm super, super dumb. And I'm like...
Aren't we all, though?
Literally. I think that's pretty much it. Of like, I pretty much hate myself a lot. I hate on myself.
Both do.
We hate on ourselves
I'm
way
just
too
more
much.
open about it. Darko and Depresso.
You're Darko and Depresso. I'm more like, I wait for a perfect day and then I cry.
No, I haven't cried in so long. Okay. I haven't cried like over. Okay, are you gonna talk to me? But this is, I guess, sort of on the topic. So I do hate myself a lot. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, we know this. Yes, we've said it. But so I was reading over one of my stories, right? Okay, I write stories a little bit. Usually that's why I'm creating so many fucking characters. But I was reading over one of my stories, and basically this one was like, you know, very self-derogatory, right? Like, you know, the main character just really hates himself, and like lots of it was just the person hating on themselves, and it was basically thoughts that I've had in the past.
Wait, pause. Is this the one that you made me read, or is this another one?
I mean, there's so many, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's the one with the werewolf dude.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one? But I don't think I sent you anything after the werewolf.
Nah, yeah, you never did.
Stuff.
I only got to read a little bit, and I don't remember much.
Anyways, the long, like, to summarize, is basically a giant werewolf dude and a small bean. And the bean is the one that's, like, hating himself. And the small werewolf dude is just... I mean, the big werewolf dude is, like...
No, don't hate yourself or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But, well, I was rereading it. And it does, like... It kind of hits close to home. And I'm just like... You know, I tear up a little. I'm like...
Wow.
Wow. Like, I really think this stuff. But, you know, I'm tearing up a little. But the last time I read it, I revised it. And I usually use my character as the main character for whatever I'm doing, right? Mm-hmm. Well, this one, I changed the name. But it wasn't more like... It wasn't like, oh, I don't like this name. It was more like, you know, my character doesn't do that anymore. So I changed the name to another one. I was like, improvement! Because I was like, I'm getting there, y'all.
Self-reflection.
I know. I was like, hey, like, you know, I don't really do this as much anymore. So, you know, the concept of the story is still really good. So I'm like, I'm going to change the main character name. And I was just like, holy shit. I don't do that anymore. That's cool. I like that. Wow. Picasso.
That's art. Picasso.
But yeah, and this was like recently, maybe like last month or something. But I was like, that's cool. You know, I'm getting there. I'm getting better. Not really, but at least that little part. I haven't done it in a while. Though, like, you know, self-hating, look at myself in the mirror and be like, what the fuck? But, you know, it's pretty good. Life's good, y'all. But not really. I'm still Depresso, but...
Oh, that's why we're called Depresso Eggos.
I thought we were here to prevent the other people to become Depresso
We're
Eggos.
the Depresso Eggos. That's why we're trying to prevent it, because it's already too late for us.
Yeah. I hate how I draw.
Don't we all, though?
Yeah.
You and me. I draw too cartoony.
Yeah.
And then you draw more Legend of Zelda style.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't think so.
Well, I think it's like that.
I mean, I think mine's more Bara style, like, you know.
More that.
But not even that, because it's like, it's still cartoony. It's not anime-ish. You know, anime-ish is like really pretty and whatnot. But, you know, my stuff is decent. It's never good enough for me. I always think it's bad. But it's definitely not anime-ish. I would say more like those cartoons that are like...
It's the decent art. It's just a decent popular cartoon art that most people appreciate.
That's just kind of how I do things now. I mean, it looks pretty. I can make stuff look pretty.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's missing some of that je ne sais quoi.
Well, that's enough hating about ourselves.
Before we get too dark, and then next thing you know, we're slitting our throats on the street.
No, you're doing that. I'm jumping off a bridge.
Oh, have you ever had the thought that, like, you just want to in front of a bunch of people, not to die, but to traumatize them? I do.
Well, you do. Me, I'm more like, I think of jumping off a bridge, but it's at night. It's beautiful water. I want my death to be beautiful.
But you won't die in the water.
Oh, man.
You just swim.
Well,
unless you drown yourself.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like the worst way to go.
I think it's more like, I'm gonna go head first in and just knock my head out with the rocks or something.
Oh, well, I guess. If it's shallow water, cool.
I don't know if it would be shallow, but I mean, I don't know how it would work out. I just want to jump.
Anyways.
But we're not going to do that.
Before we get incarcerated.
Before we get any dark and we end up in the
mental place.
We're going to end this podcast.
Yeah, we're going to end this here. Thank you guys for joining us today. It's a pretty long episode.
Yeah, if you did come back, thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Make sure to click subscribe. Subscribe to us.
Subscribe to us. Leave a like, please.
If you want to put some comments about like what you thought about our video, put some comments.
Or maybe some questions. Maybe we can read over them.
Yes!
And we can use them for the next video. Just answer random questions for either of us.
Ask us anything. We want to do a Q&A for the next video.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes, and it would be easy for us to come up with topics instead of coming up with it ourselves.
Our brains are dead.
But yes, if you want to ask questions, leave it in the comments. And if you don't, I'll just post a video for you to post questions on.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, not a video.
Said, it's her. She's in charge of everything.
Yeah, I'm in charge of the account. It's really hard to manage everything. But yes, if you're not getting notifications of when we post next for our podcast, just make sure to click that bell.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.